The day my boss stole my $1 million idea. He had no idea I was already the landlord of his office building. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was who handed him the key. I'm Mia Chen. I was 24, living in a studio above a pizza place, and my dream was simple. I wanted to build things that made people's mornings better. My business was BrewBlink, a little startup with one product. A compostable coffee pod that brewed in 12 seconds flat. No machine, no mess, just hot water and a pod. My biggest weakness? I trusted people who smiled first. I started BrewBlink in my kitchen. I'd test pod blends at 2 a.m., burn my fingers, and write investor emails with coffee grounds under my nails. I needed money, a team, and someone who believed in me. That's when I met Derek Vale. Derek ran Vale Ventures, a slick downtown incubator. He wore sneakers with suits and said family a lot. He called my pod cute. Then he offered me a desk, a salary, and a 20% stake in BrewBlink if I brought the formula in-house. I said yes. I was hungry. I wanted to win. The first few months were fast. We hired Sam, a quiet engineer who could make anything work. We brought on Priya, who ran social media like a general. Sales jumped. We landed a test with Corner Cafe, a chain of 80 shops. I felt it, that spark, hope. Then the questions started. Why was Derek in every investor meeting alone? Why did the new contract list Vale Ventures as co-developer of my formula? Why did my keycard stop working on Sundays? I asked Derek. He laughed. Security update. Don't be paranoid, Mia. We're family. One night I stayed late. The office was dark. I heard voices in Derek's glass office. You sure she won't notice? That was Greg, our CFO. She signed the IP addendum. She thinks it's a tax form. Once Corner Cafe signs exclusivity, we cut her out. She gets a job offer or she gets nothing. My hands went cold. I backed into the hallway. My phone buzzed. New email. Subject, termination notice, effective immediately. I didn't sleep. I walked home at 3 a.m. My phone rang. Unknown number. Mia, it's Sam. Don't sign anything. Don't talk to them. Meet me tomorrow. And Mia, I'm sorry. The next morning, security walked me out. My box had one mug and a dead plant. Derek met me in the lobby. This isn't personal, he said. Business is business. You stole it, I said. He smiled. No, I bought it. Read your contract. I opened my mouth. Nothing came out. He turned away. 2 weeks later, BrewBlink 2.0 launched. Same pod, new box. Derek on every morning show. I always believed in fast coffee, he said. My face burned. My bank account hit $42. My mom called. Honey, are the articles true? Did you quit? I didn't answer. I couldn't. I lost everything. The apartment, the credit score. Friends stopped calling. Priya texted once. I'm sorry, non-disclosure. Sam vanished. Corner Cafe announced an exclusive deal with Derek. I sat on my floor and ate cereal for dinner. I thought, it's over. Then I remembered the lease. 3 years earlier, before BrewBlink, I'd taken a risk. My aunt died and left me a small building. Old, brick, 2 floors, downtown. I rented it out to cover taxes. The tenant? Vale Ventures. Derek's whole company ran inside my building. He never knew. The lease was under my LLC, Sunrise Holdings. I never used my real name. I liked privacy. I smiled. I called Mr. Patel, my property manager. Has Vale been paying on time? Barely. 2 months late. They're asking for an extension. Don't give it, I said. Start the eviction process. But Mia, that's your only income. I had already prepared. I wasn't done. I needed proof Derek forged that IP addendum. I called Sam. No answer. I went to his old apartment. The landlord said he moved. Left a box. Inside, a flash drive. Sticky note. You were right. I'm sorry. S. The drive had video. Derek at my desk, 11:47 p.m. He printed a page, slid it into my contract stack, forged my signature. Timestamp. 2 days before I was fired. My hands shook. New evidence. I needed money to fight. Banks said no. Too risky. I walked out of the fifth bank when a black car pulled up. Window down. Mia Chen? The man was 60s, silver hair, sharp eyes. Name's Arthur Lane. I invested in your aunt's bakery 20 years ago. She talked about you. Said you'd build something. I stared. How'd you find me? You filed a UCC lien on Vail Ventures last week. I own 30% of their debt. You're the landlord. I'm interested. I had one last move. We met at a diner. Arthur didn't want equity. He wanted revenge. Derek had pushed his son out of a deal years ago. Help me clean house, he said. I'll fund you. Twist 1 hit the next day. Derek's lawyer called me. Your eviction notice is invalid. We have a 5-year renewal clause. I slid one document across the diner table to Arthur. He does, but he unknowingly signed away ownership. What? The renewal was approved only if rent was current. He's 60 days late, clause 4B. The lease reverts to month. I can terminate in 30 days. Arthur. You buried the knife in the fine print. Twist 2 came fast. Arthur wasn't just a secret investor. He called in a favor. Corner Cafe's CEO was his college roommate. Derek's exclusivity deal has an out, Arthur told me. If the manufacturing partner fails quality checks, they can cancel. Guess who owns the only certified composting plant in the state? Who? You do. Your aunt's bakery building? We converted the basement last year. You never asked. I laughed. Then I cried. Hope hurt. Twist 3 dropped on a Tuesday. Priya showed up at my door. No makeup, eyes red. I can't do this, she said. She handed me her laptop. Derek made me post fake reviews. He told me to bury your old posts, but I kept evidence. 400 screenshots, emails, Slacks. He'd planned my exit for 6 months. Twist 4 was quieter. My bank called. Ms. Chen, we're approving your line of credit. Why now? Your landlord account has been flagged as protected class by the city. Vail Ventures is under investigation for rent fraud. We were advised to help local owners. I didn't ask who advised them. I already knew. Arthur. Twist 5 blew up live. Derek held a press conference. BrewBlink 2.0 is expanding to 500 stores, he said. And we're moving to our new campus next month. A reporter stood up. Mr. Vail, how do you respond to the eviction notice from Sunrise Holdings and the video showing you at Ms. Chen's desk after hours? Derek froze. The camera zoomed in. That's out of context. Priya walked on stage. She held a mic. It's not. I have 400 pages. You told me to delete her. You called her temporary. She looked at the camera. Mia Chen invented BrewBlink. I was there. Derek's face went white. He reached for the mic. Security stepped between them. Live, on every channel. The villain exposes himself live during a press conference. Final revenge wasn't a punch. It was paper. I didn't sue. I used his greed. I called a board meeting at Vail Ventures, on my property. As landlord, I had the right. Derek laughed. You own the carpet, I own the company. No, you don't. I slid one document across the table. His smile disappeared. It was the debt note. Arthur had bought 30% of Vale's loans. He transferred them to me. Clause 9. If Vale defaulted on any lease, the debt could be converted to equity. Immediately. He was 60 days late. I now owned 31%. 1% more than him. Call a vote, I said. The board stared. Then they voted. 6-1. Derek out. Me in. The tax investigation came next. Anonymous tip. His R&D expenses were personal flights. The IRS froze BrewBlink 2.0's accounts. Corner Cafe canceled exclusivity that afternoon. They signed with me instead. Same pod, new name. Blink Coffee. Derek emailed me at midnight. No subject, just one line. You planned this. I didn't reply. I was in the lab with Sam. He came back. I should have said something sooner, he said. You kept evidence, I said. That's enough. We rebuilt, fast. Blink Coffee hit 200 stores in 4 months. We hired everyone Derek fired. Priya ran marketing. Her first campaign? Invented by the woman you tried to erase. It went viral. 6 months later, I saw Derek. He was outside the building, my building, holding a box. His mug, his plant. Security was walking him out. Again. He looked up at me. I had it all, he said. You did, I said. Then you tried to take mine. He nodded, didn't speak, just walked away. Now I sit in that glass office, the one he used to own. I don't keep it dark. I keep it open. My team eats lunch in here. We pitch ideas on the walls. Every Friday, we read one bad review out loud and fix it. People ask me about revenge, if it felt good. I tell them the truth. The best part wasn't watching him lose. It was watching Sam smile again. It was Priya saying, I'm proud to work here. It was my mom calling, not to worry, but to ask for a discount code. Sometimes the best revenge isn't destroying your enemy. It's becoming everything they said you never could.